guys, what's up? It's Andrew Newlun with Newtography. As you can see and probably hear, I'm at a track day, so today we're going to go over some tips on automotive photography. Okay, so the first thing we want to go over is that we want to be in manual settings. If that scares you and you're not used to manual, he's so rude. If you're not used to manual, go check out the Newtography basics videos and you can get more comfortable and learn how to shoot in manual. But it is a very bright sunny day, no clouds in the sky at all, and I'm shooting in manual. So what I do is I bump my ISO down as low as possible to get a really high quality image. And then there are two ways to shoot. One way, which most professionals do for automotive, is called panning. We'll go over that in a minute, but the first and the most simple way is just to set your camera up to get some action shots, you know, to freeze frame, get them stopped, and make some good shots. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting with a 300mm 2.8 lens, and I'm a little ways back so I can get the cars in frame. And then I set my aperture to f2.8. Get a nice low aperture, get some bokeh and creamy, blurry background behind the cars. And then I adjust my shutter speed up from there. And in the light today, I'm shooting at f2.8, ISO 100 at a shutter speed of 1,000th of a second. So that'll get you some nice, crisp, clean shots. But there's also another more creative way to shoot this, which is called panning. Okay, in order to pan, what you do is you set your shutter speed low. So instead of shooting at 1,000th of a second, I bring it down to 80th or a 60th of a second, and then I bump my f-stop up from there. For instance, I'm shooting at 1/80th of a second at f18, and that gives me a nice, well-exposed image. And what that allows me to do is, as the cars are moving to the side, I track them, and since my shutter speed is slow, as long as I'm tracking them in the frame, it will keep the car crisp and it will give a speed blur to the rest of the shot. Let's take a picture of this car and see how it comes out. So what that does is, since the car is staying in the middle of my frame and everything else is moving and I have a slower shutter speed, I may bump it down lower. I'll probably start shooting at 1/60th of a second at f20. And what that allows me to do is keep the car in frame, and you see how everything behind my hand is moving, but to my camera, my hand is staying in the same place. So essentially the same thing happens with the cars. As they're moving, they're essentially staying in the middle of my frame as I track them, but the background moves, so that gives a motion blur to the background. This takes some practice, but it is a very creative and professional way to shoot automotive photography. So those are the two ways I'm going to get to shooting. I may post a little video of my shots at the end of this video, but I just wanted to go over some basics of automotive photography, and if you get out to a track day, maybe you can try this out. You don't really have to have a big, huge lens like this. You can just get a cheap zoom. It's a beautiful day out, so you don't have to have an expensive lens. Any good telephoto lens should work for you. So yeah, get out there, put some zoom on it, set it up for basic and get you some good shots, and then try out panning. Just keep track of them. A monopod really helps. This is one of the most important things when panning. You see how this takes away my y-axis and keeps me just on an x-axis? Yeah, that keeps me from moving up and down, so I can stay completely horizontal and lined up with these cars. So you want to use a monopod, and yeah, lower your shutter speed, up your f-stop, and until you get a good exposed image, and then try out some panning and track these cars. And feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, here on YouTube, Google+, wherever, and send me some of your shots. I'd love to see the kind of stuff you're getting. As you can see, we have some pretty old, crappy cars that I'm not personally interested in shooting because they're ugly. But I would love to see some of your guys' shots, because I'm sure there are much better track days out there than this. I just don't get to go to all the big ones, but this one was right down the street from my house, so I thought I'd make a video for you guys. Alright, yeah, hit me up, Andrew Newlun, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, and subscribe if you want more tips. Alright, and hope this helped. Love you, bye.